there, Leos. This is Kim. Second attempt on your reading. I'm going to make sure I keep you looking at this camera. I can't believe that. I got through almost the whole thing. It was a really good reading too, Leo. But I have an issue with trying to start after the cards have been laid out. It's just not as good of an experience for your reading. So that's why I'm starting all over again. So you can join me, Leo, as I connect with your spirit guides, your angels, that divine white light. Shoot it straight through our chakras and back up after we ground the energy. All right, so Leos, Spirit Animal Oracle, what do we got? Okay, now it's time for a deep dive. Time for a deep dive. Swans are one of those animals that are known to mate for life, right? 60, Swan Spirit in harmony with the 6. Time for a deep dive. Time for a deep dive. Okay, so we're going deep in this reading, Leo. Let's see. Okay. Making sure everything's all right and it's recording. Oh, okay, messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. What you got for Leos? What you got for Leos? Nice. I like that. I like that for you. I like that. I think that that's probably pretty good. We got spirit guides. Oh, okay. Okay. We have 61, support team. 2 minds are better than 1. 3 minds are better than 2. And 4 minds are unstoppable. 61. That would be your spirit support team. Or, I mean, it could be your family too. Look, it's just talking about the people or the things that support you. 60, 61. You're growing. You're growing. You're expanding. 29 or 11, which is a master number. It's about connection. You are very connected to the heavenly realms. That's for sure. 36, 9. It's all about your perception, especially when letting go or accepting to endings. Maybe we should think more about the new beginning that's coming, and maybe that's what it's talking about. It says you're getting ready to have a shift in perception that will change everything. All right, and then 41, a power struggle. You may be involved in a power struggle between 2 or more people. Yep, well, guess what, though? You may be involved in a power struggle, but it's a number 5, and that's all about change. That's about to change. And if Leo has something to say, yeah, there will be a change coming. Change a-coming. Power struggle with a lion. Oh, that's funny. Ooh, star on the bottom. Really nice card. I love the way that this star is in this deck. I love that. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go further with the oracle. I'm feeling like you would probably benefit for a little more oracle. Keep your eye on the focus. Make sure you're keeping your priorities where they need to be, and that you're focused on what you need to focus on. Like, yeah. Okay, so that's a big message. Swan Spirit, I love the swan. Time for a deep dive. Modern Goddess Deck. Ooh. Modern Goddess Deck. Anything else? Oh, goodness. Kali, Demeter. I have a lot. All right. There's a lot that came out, and I am definitely going to describe these goddesses to you. Kali. I think I got Kali mixed up with a different one. Let me look and see how they describe Kali. Time. Okay. Time. Clock, skulls, weapons. It says, I release the past and I embrace the now. With this card, it says Kali is the most recognizable goddess in Hinduism. Her appearance can be wild and startling. She is the beautiful blue-skinned goddess of change, destruction, movement, and time. She isn't the soft goddess. Nope. she doesn't look soft. She will raise hell, break through barriers, and clear the way for change by kicking your ass into gear. While many people work with Kali as the goddess of destruction and change, she is also associated with time. And as a goddess of time, she recognizes all things go through that birth cycle, death and rebirth. Okay. And then I have the Rebel, the goddess, the Rebel. I really love that unicorn pin. I love that. I like things like that. Little extras. I like the extras. Okay, the Rebel. The Rebel. All right, this is about resisting to resist. Unicorn is the symbol and the infinite symbol, which is on the top of the strength with the lion, right, on the tarot. So it says, our rebel refuses to let society decide on what she does with her body and what is beautiful. She has worked on loving herself and by not hiding or changing. She is rebellious and says, F off to the judgments and oppression of the status quo. She is not afraid to be unique and accepts the soft and hard elements that exist within her. The rebel realizes that by standing proud, small-minded people will try to put her down and shame her, but she doesn't take on the shame. She is a beautiful unicorn, and she will not be forced to comply or change to make someone else feel comfortable. Liking that. Like, it got chills liking that. Liking that. All right, next one is Sedna. I think that's Sedna. Look, yeah, Sedna. Whoa, right to it. Okay, this is the main one I think that came out for you. Sacrifice. A symbol, the seal, braids, orca. I release what no longer serves me. Sedna is the goddess of the sea. Inuit goddess of the sea. She has dominion over the Arctic Sea and all the sea creatures that live there. There are many versions of her story, but most have a common theme. Her father takes her to the sea in a kayak and chops off her fingers. These fall into the water and become fish, seals, walrus, whales, and other sea creatures. The Inuit relied on her animals for survival, and the shamans would travel to the depths of the ocean to comb tangles out of her hair and braid it to appease her. She is a wild and beautiful goddess, just like the ocean she represents. All right, and then sweet like honey, results await, I feel like, with that Demeter. Demeter, sweet results. That's what it feels like. Sweet results. Harder you work, maybe the luckier you're going to start feeling, right? All right, Demeter. Tenacity, cornucopia, corn, bees, honey. Your affirmation is, I can and I will. Demeter is the Greek goddess of earth, agriculture, and fertility who is extremely passionate and loyal to her family. Oh, okay. She was so single-minded in her hunt for her daughter, the seasons stopped changing and all the living things started to die. So her determination paid off and a deal was struck so she could receive her daughter back. I can and I will. Demeter's message is not to give up. Not to give up. That is your message. Don't give up, my Leos. Don't give up, my Leos. All right, let's get one more card from the oracles that, and then I'm going to go into the tarot. I guess I'll use the Modern Love Tarot deck. It's kind of big, but we'll use it. 000, you are one with the Creator, and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible here in your lifetime on Earth. And 666, make sure you're keeping your thoughts centered. If you do not, so it's a wake-up call to re-examine how things are around you. And if you do not like how things are, then change them by changing your thoughts to a more positive frequency. Okay, knowing that has a direct effect on what you're creating. So you are one with the Creator here in your lifetime. You have the ability to create something new and wonderful. Let's get a reading for Leo. Thanks for staying with me as long as you have, Leo. The issue. What's the issue? Oh, the issue is you. All about you. All about you. The strength, the pride. The issue might be about family issues too. This is the strength to overcome too, though. This is the strength. And then we have that infinite symbol, which it looks like 2 8s to me. 8 would be about becoming wealthy too. This is good. Challenge is 8 of Cups in the reverse. Something you might have to go back and fix. I mean, that's just what it seems like to me. Something that you maybe left in a hurry. It was like a disaster. But there's something that you may have to, or that you may be feeling like you want to go back and fix, okay? The heart of the matter here is the 5 of Cups. Yeah, you can't do things to change the past. And we can't reverse, right? We can't reverse the past. We can't just live in the past either. So we are not living in the present fully when we are clinging on to the past and the things that we did wrong. You just can't continually keep beating yourself up for doing something wrong. You're never going to go forward, right? You got to move forward with strength, with tenacity, to know that you're going to get what you want to get. You're going to get what's rightfully yours. Our Leos could have, not Cancer, could have Scorpio energy influencing this 5 of Cups, which you're needing to let go. Past energy. 6 of Swords, leaving one way of life behind you. So this is definitely something that you left behind. There's something about it that we're going back to fix. I don't know what that is, but there's something that individual to each one of you, something that you will go back and try to fix. 6 of Swords had to leave because something was going to be quite dangerous for you. And that's the easiest way I can see that, is something was going to be quite dangerous if you hadn't left. All right, the now moment for Leos. Page of Pentacles in the reverse, which is, it always screams to me past, okay? The things in the past that were undone that still need resolution. Yes, that is what that is about. And you could look at it as a new adventure. You could. It's something that I feel like you've tried before in the past, but this time will work out with the Hermit. Hermit energy. Going inside. Okay, near future energy for Leo. 8 of Wands. Good news coming in. This is good news. It's like this disappointment. You're going to end up having good news. In the long run, there will be some news that will just make you feel, I feel like, a lot better about your situation. Now, sometimes the 8 of Wands is Cupid's arrow hitting you. Could be Cupid's arrow hitting you. How do you feel, Leos? How do you feel? How do you feel? Ooh, Leo, really? Seriously? Oh my gosh. Your energy like flung them all out, guys. Okay, so I have you looking outside. Okay, you may have been looking outside yourself to find, well, you ended up finding what was without, right? You need to go within, not without. Empress energy and the Lovers, decisions. So it's like you feel you're in this place where you could be very successful at whatever you do. The Empress here, Midas touch, everything that she touches. And the Lovers card here, good, solid decisions. Yeah, you're making good, solid decisions about yourself, regarding yourself and regarding your health. So that something has changed. That's why it landed on the 5 of Cups, that 8 of Wands. This is the news. The new you is the news. That's it. The new you is the news, Leo. All right. So let's keep going. Oh, no, you can't see everything, can you? Sorry. Maybe that will work. Maybe I'll just show it to you. This is the card I say you're going without. It needs to go within. It's the Four of Cups. Go within. Okay, Empress, that mama bear energy, but making really good decisions here with the Lovers. I love this. I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay, new you. In the surrounding, in the environment for Leo, the full energy. Keep yourself centered. Look at that. 0, 0, 0, 0. 4 zeros. You're definitely on the right track. And everything is working out for you with the full energy. Brand new experiences. New energy. Things are turning out a different way. Especially if it has something to do with court. You can expect like a favorable outcome here. There's something that's not going to happen like it did in old energy. If that makes sense to you. All right, hopes or fears, Leo, hopes or fears. King of Pentacles in reverse is a fear. It's a fear of not financially being able to keep something going. Maybe it's a business, something to do with the finances. Maybe it's about make what you make. I don't know, but this is a fear, so we're not really going to give it any seeds of thought, okay? I'm going to put it over here, but I'm not going to give any more seeds to it as we go on. Looking for the outcome for Leo. Looking for the outcome. Look at that, Leos. Woohoo! I like doing Leo's readings. Wheel of Fortune. There you are. Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. That's your outcome card is good luck. It's time for the wheel to spin for you, Leos. It's time for you to role model yourself. Because you're doing really, really, really good. This is a fear, so don't worry about that fear. It's not a reality. Things are changing, but they're changing for the better. Things are changing for the better. Because I have the Tower on the bottom with the Knight of Cups. Good news right there, meeting. All of this is changing for the better. If something happens and it's a surprise here, Leo, don't be too surprised. It's a big... it's something big, and it's not bad. It's not bad. It's good. Okay, so let's get the oracle cards to wrap up the reading now. Close your reading out. Let me see. Mainly you have your energy like all over the place. You got Sagittarius energy too, Capricorn energy, possibly Gemini energy twice here. But they're the third sign down. So, yeah. Page of Pentacles can be towards Virgo or Capricorn. The Six of Swords could be a Libra energy. Justice. Yeah, communication is really important. This is coming out on top of your communication card, the good news card. Make sure you're not, make sure you're communicating with people, especially if there's any doubt on how they feel. Like if you feel like somebody doesn't know how you feel, definitely communicate and let that person know how you feel with communication here. And then I'm going to get some dream totems. And we're going to close out this reading with this. Okay. Sadness. And that's that 666. That's the 5 of Cups. Allow yourself the space to feel miserable. Mourn what has been lost. If you don't take the time now, then it will end up sneaking up on you when you least expect it. Oh, well, that's just sad. It's just sad. And decisions. It's your decision whether you keep this up or let it go. But continuing will not change the outcome or the circumstances. I'm not going to close it with that. I'm going to close it with tea leaves. I was just thinking, I have my tea leaves. So why not close with that? All right. For Leos. Now, feathers to me are usually something pretty good. Like I always see feathers when I think of angels, right? So I have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Mountain road. You are on the road to success. See it winding up the top of that. Feather. Someone you know is undependable, insincere. It might be what you're sad about. I don't know. Maybe about what you're sad about. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. That looks like it requires careful handling, doesn't it? That hourglass. Something feels like it's time, like time. Time is of the essence. Target a goal-oriented person. Target a goal-oriented person. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry someone is against you. Well, the brighter your light, the bigger your shadow cast. So that might explain that. Mule, someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. And Inkpot, problems to be resolved, but we are resolving those problems. So that's what I got for you. I have only good news for you, Leo. So sending you much love and light. Hope you enjoyed your reading. Bye.